Hello and welcome to GK Gyan. This is the part 3 of the LIC AAO interview series. In this video, we are going to see some questions which have been asked to a candidate who has interviewed in 2016 for the LIC AAO IT post. So we will see those questions and we will also see some important questions which I have gathered from some websites. Okay, so let's get started with this video. So first of all, let's see the posts again, that for means how many candidates are selected for each post and what are the dates for the interviews. It's from 19th of August 2019 to 6th of September 2019, and here are the questions which has been asked to the candidate who has the interview for a IT in LICW in 2016. So first of all, there are some common questions which are just like current status of Indian economy. Do you know what is budget? For how much time budget is valid? What is deficit budget? What do you know about Indian parliament system? So I will give you a brief about all these questions. First of all, what's the current status of Indian economy? If this question is asked to you, you can simply answer that Indian economy is a developing mixed economy. It is the world's seventh largest economy and is aiming to become the fifth largest economy by 2025, as by our PM. Uh, in the current fiscal year, which is 2018 to 2019, India is growing at a rate of 7% according to RBI. Okay, if he asked, do you know budget? The second question which has been asked to the candidate, do you know budget? So, in simple terms, you can say that budget is a statement saying how much money it plans to spend on particular things in the next year and how it plans to collect the money. The budget can be of three types: it's balanced, it's surplus budget, and it's deficit budget. The interviewer may ask you regarding a specific type of budget also. So, for that, the balanced budget, as the name suggests, it's the simple that government expenditure is equal to the government revenues, means the amount which has been collected through tax and all other resources is equal to the amount that has been means taken as expenditure by the government. In surplus budget, the government revenues, means the revenue collected, is more than the amount which has been done as the expenditure. Okay, in deficit budget, the government expenditure is more than the government revenues, which is currently in Indian budget. Okay, so in if there are some important points which I want to tell you regarding the 2019 budget also, which may be asked to you. So first is that there is going to be a surcharge of 3% on the amount which is means if a person is earning an amount of 2 to 5 crores, then he has to give an extra surcharge of 3%. If a person is earning an amount of 5 crore, more than 5 crore, then he has to give a surcharge of 7%, and tax of 2% on the cash withdrawal exceeding 1 crore per year. And Aadhaar and PAN are interchangeable from the 31st of September. They can ask you regarding this date also, guys. So remember this. And income tax exemption. Yes, they can ask you regarding the income tax, means above which limit there will be income tax. So you can simply say that by including all the means LIC and all other means interest subventions and all those, the amount is 6 lakh. Okay, let's see the next question, which is what is deficit budget? As I told you, if the government expenditure is more than the revenues collected, then it is the deficit budget. What is Indian parliament system? We all know regarding the Indian parliament system. So I will just give you a simple brief that Indian parliament system is the supreme body of the India, and it consists of Prime Minister, Rajya Sabha, and Lok Sabha. Okay, so it's a very simple and okay, and yes, they may ask you regarding the seats, number of seats in Lok Sabha, because the Lok Sabha election has just been completed. So they can ask you regarding the number of seats in Lok Sabha. The total number of seats are 552, but currently the elections has been held over 545 seats only. Okay, and they can ask you regarding the number of women, means who has been elected in the Lok Sabha. It's 78 approx. You can Google it. And the youngest member of parliament is Chundru Murmu. Okay, from Odisha. Let's see another questions. These are some questions regarding the IT. First is, do you know regarding RDMS and ODBMS? Yani these two are the types of DBMS, that is database management system. Then they asked what is virtual reality, what is augmented reality, and what is encryption. And there is a question which has been cut because of the screen. So it's after decryption, can the text be hacked? So let's see answer of all these questions. First of all, it's RDMS. RDMS is a type of DBMS, that is database management system. RDMS is relational database management system. It is an extension of DBMS. In relational database management system, the data is stored in the tables, in form of tables, and there will be an identifier which is known as the primary key or the main key. Okay, and the data value which is stored in the data value is always stored in the form of tables in the RDBMS, and the relationship between these data values will also be stored in the form of the tables as well. Okay, and every value stored is accessible in this, and they can ask you regarding the difference between RDBMS and DBMS. So in DBMS, the data is stored in either in the form of a single unit or in hierarchical form or navigational form, but in RDBMS the data is always stored in the form of a table, and every data is accessible and it can be updated at any time. Then it's the latest, that is ODBMS. It simply means object oriented database management system. It is the latest among these all. So data is stored in the form of object, which are instances of a class. If you have studied C or C++, then you must know what is class, what are structures. They may ask you regarding these questions. You can simply google these basic terms of this, means what is class, what is structure, and I can tell you all that a structure is the basic form, and in structure there are classes, and in classes there are objects. Okay, and these classes and structures together make the ODBMS, and there are some benefits which they may ask you, means what are the advantages of ODBMS. So you can simply say, sir, it's inheritance and encapsulation, means they can hide the data or they can secure the data, and inheritance means they can inherit the properties from another class or another database directly. Okay, then comes what is virtual reality. Yeah, it's in the I think everyone knows what's virtual reality. Everyone has used VR boxes in the maybe in the 3D movies, or we all know regarding, but they can simply ask you about this. So you should prepare this. So in simple terms, we can say that it is the artificial environment that is created with the help of software and presented to user in such a way that user believes it to be a real environment. Okay, in this VR headset is put on you, I mean in front of your eyes, and the 3D lenses are used in that, and also sound effects are used, and that makes you to believe that whatever you are seeing in front of your eyes is our real environment. It is basically used in the gaming nowadays. Okay, then you can they can ask you what is augmented reality. I think most of you know the name of Pokemon Go. Okay, in that we have to search for Pokemons, and in the means by the help of the mobile. So it simply superimposes a computer generated image on user's view of the real world. Okay, means if you put your camera on a road, then they will directly show you some Pikachu or any other Pokemon which is not in real, but if you see through your camera you will see that. It is the augmented reality, means superimposing a computer generated image in the real world. It is that. Okay, then what is encryption? Encryption, we all know that it is a simple way of securing our messages, okay, or encoding a message or information in such a way that only the authorized parties can access it. Okay, and they can ask you regarding the cryptography also. So cryptography is the study of the concepts like encryption, decryption, which are used to provide a secure connection. Okay, that's all. Okay, and there are some questions regarding the market, or you can say the financial questions are there, that what is debenture, what is capital market, what is equity market and debt market, what is IPO, it's important, what is IPO, what is primary market and secondary market, what is digital signature. We all know regarding this, but let me give a brief regarding this, that what is debenture. First of all, debenture is a medium to long term debt instrument used by large companies to borrow money, and they provide a fixed rate of interest over these. Then comes the question, what is a capital market? Capital market is a financial market in which long term debt are bought and sold, only long term, not the short term. Okay, then in primary market, in primary market, companies and governments raise funds through bond issue or sale of new stock. Okay, then comes the secondary market. We all know the secondary market, that is known as the stock market, where investors buy and sell securities that are been already owned by someone. Okay, then comes an important part, what is IPO? IPO simply means initial public offering. Means if a company is going to sell its stocks for shares for the first time, then it is going to sell its share in the primary market, and it is known as the IPO, means initial public offering. And if they are going to sell for the second time, then they are going for the secondary market, and it's not going to be the IPO. Okay. Then comes the digital signature. What is digital signature? Nowadays it's in being used by means every you can say contractor. So it is no, commonly used to authenticate the electronic documents. Like if you are filling any e-tender, then you need a digital signature to authenticate yourself, and the emails, the PDFs, everything you have to authenticate. It is known as a digital signature. It is a encrypted form of your signature, means only you can use it, no one else can use it on your behalf. Okay. Then let's see some basic terms which can be asked to you, and these I have gathered from some websites which are very famous for the interviews. So it's what is bank assurance? This question has been asked in the bank mains examinations also. So what is bank assurance model, and tell me something about it? They may simply ask you regarding this. So bank assurance is an agreement between a bank and a insurance company, allowing the insurance company to sell its product to bank's client base. This partnership arrangement can be profitable for both companies. Means the LIC or any other insurance company will sell its insurance through the branches of the bank and to the client base which the bank is having. So recently LIC has done a bank assurance pact with IDBI Bank, which is also been owned by LIC. Okay. Then what do you know about the principle of insurable interest? The principle of insurable interest simply means that a insured person cannot collect the amount which is more than the original amount. Means if something is destroyed, or if he gets any loss, then the LIC or the insurance company will pay him the amount only which is being lost by him. Okay, not more than that. That is known as the principle of insurable interest. Then comes, what do you know about IRDAI? IRDAI. They will surely ask you regarding this, because IRDAI is the regulatory authority of all the insurance companies in India. Not only the insurance but the reinsurance companies also. So let's see this, that the IRDAI is Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, and Shashikant Kuntia, I think, yeah, Miss S. Kuntia is the head of or chairman of IRDAI, and it is an autonomous and statutory agency tasked with regulating and promoting the insurance and reinsurance industries in India, and it is established in 1999. It was constituted by Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority Act of 1999. They can ask you regarding this act also. Okay. Then there is a question, how term life insurance plan is different from endowment life insurance plan? It is a very basic question by the LIC, because these are the two types of plans which means every insurance company offers. In term life insurance, the premium will be very low, and the claim or the maturity claim amount will be very high. But if it will be claimed only if you are dead, or anything happens to you. Like if you are having a term life insurance of 1 crore, then the premium will be very less, maybe 1000 or 1500. But in case of endowment plan, if you are going for 1 crore plan, then the premium will be high. But in endowment life insurance plan, after the maturity of the plan, you will get the whole amount assured to you. But in term life insurance, if you survived, there will be no amount which is going to be returned back to you after the maturity of your plan. Okay. So this is the basic difference between both. Then comes, what are the main objectives of the government for establishing LIC? Yeah, they may simply ask you this question, or they can ask you what are the objectives of LIC, Life Insurance Corporation. So first of all, we should know that LIC was set up under the LIC Act 1956, under which the LIC was nationalized, and as a result, business of 243 insurance companies was taken over by the LIC on 1st of September 1956. Means this is the date when LIC came into existence and started working. The main two objectives are, there are many other objectives also, but these are the two basic and main objectives of the government for establishing the LIC. First is to spread life insurance widely and in particular to the rural areas, to the socially and economically backward classes, with a view to reaching all insurable persons in the country and providing them adequate financial cover against death at a reasonable cost. Okay, and second is meet the various life insurance needs of the community that would arise in the changing social and economic environment. You can go through the LIC website also to see their main objectives. They may ask you regarding the objectives of LIC because you are going for the interview of a LIC. Okay, then tell me the different type of products available in life insurance. They are asking regarding the life insurance products. So there are two type of life insurance products. First is term life insurance product and second is permanent. In term there are two types, level term and decreasing term. As I told you, in term life you will not get any amount after the maturity of your maturity of your claim. Okay, but in permanent, you after your policy has been matured, you will get the amount. Okay, so let's see what is term life insurance. It is considered to be the most basic life insurance that is purchased. This is because term life insurance just pure death benefit protection only. Okay, without any cash value build-ups within the policy. Means no cash will be returned to you after the maturity of your policy. Permanent life insurance, in this it is different from term because it provides both death benefit protection as well as cash value components. Means if in case you die during the policy, you will get the death benefits, and if your policy get matured, you will get the cash amount assured to you at the time of taking the policy. In the permanent life insurance, the simplest form, as I told you, it's a permanent life and then the whole life insurance. Yeah, in the permanent life insurance there is a whole life insurance. With this type of coverage, the premium amount is locked and will remain the same throughout the entire life of the policy. Means if you are taking the policy for let's take an example 10 years, then the premium will be same for whole 10 years. It will not be changed. Okay, then comes the universal life insurance. This type of life insurance also provides a death benefit as well as a cash value component where the funds are allowed to grow tax deferred. We should know the meaning of tax deferred. Means until and unless the amount is with the LIC, you are not going to pay any tax on that amount, but when you take the money from LIC, then only you have to pay the tax. Okay, let's see the next question. What is the main difference between the participating insurance plan and non-participating insurance plan? So in the participating insurance policies may include a guaranteed dividend amount which is determined at the onset of the policy, and in non-participating plan, life insurance plan is a plan where the policy holder does not receive any bonuses or add-ons. Means in simple language we can say that in participating insurance plan, the insured person will get the bonus, the add-ons and everything, but in non-participating in life insurance plan he will not get any type of bonuses or any type of add-ons. He will only get the sum assured at the time of taking the policy. Okay, so what's the overlapping insurance? As the name suggests, overlapping insurance means having the multiple insurances coverages for the same risk. Okay, then have you heard about insurance repository? Insurance repository, it is the insurance repository is licensed by IRDAI for maintaining the data of insurance policies in electronic form. Means it is a type of electronic amount where all the your general life insurance policies or your general insurance life, everything will be stored in that electronic account from where you can see the policy data anytime. Okay, and it is opened within the duration of 15 days. Means when you apply for it, it will be opened in 15 days, and there can only be single insurance repository account, whether you are having the insurance from ICICI, from LIC or from any Max Bupa, anyone, there will be only one and single insurance repository account for that. Okay, so that's it for the today's video, and surely I will make another video regarding the IT questions and generalist questions if possible for me, and make it sure to like, share and subscribe this video, and best of luck.